On the first day after humans have gone extinct, a repopulation agency, which is an underground bunker, has been set up to grow the human population. The base houses 63,000 human embryos, but there are no humans here. A robot named Mother, who was made to raise all the embryos, gets ready to kickstart her mission. She creates a beautiful girl, named Daughter, and shows her the rest of the embryos, telling her they are her brothers and sisters. Daughter is happy to see her siblings and asks Mother to make all of them come out together. But Mother tells her she needs more time to learn before they all come out. It is now 13,867 days, which is 37 years after the extinction. We see an all-grown Daughter in her teenage years. Daughter heads to her study room to read for her upcoming exam and also have some breakfast. Mother comes in suddenly and shows Daughter her palm, saying she has been having a problem with it lately. Daughter then takes Mother to a different room and fixes it for her. Daughter spends the rest of her time dancing ballet and ends up running late for class. During her class hours, she loses concentration, probably thinking about the outside world, which Mother tells her is not a safe place. Mother draws her attention back to the class and tells her to sit up for the upcoming examination because it will be a shame if her results doesn't reach the projections from last year's examination. Later that night, the power inside the base cuts and Daughter steps out to check where the faults are. She finds it and fixes it. She hears something running around and sets a trap for it. Soon, a mouse enters the trap and she observes it closely as it's her first time seeing a live animal. Just then, the power comes back and she goes back inside. When Mother wakes up, Daughter shows the mouse to her. Daughter suggests to Mother the outside world might be safe now since the mouse could survive and make it to the airlock. Mother takes the jar from Daughter and says it's risky to keep it. She burns it alive and tells Daughter she cares so much for her and her unborn siblings. Following that, Mother disinfects the airlock. Daughter's birthday comes days later. Mother presents her with a new pair of pajamas which she doesn't show much interest in. She thanks Mother for it, hugging her. Mother notices that Daughter's mood has changed and asks her to share whatever that is bothering her. Daughter harnesses her boldness and questions Mother about the possibility of her being wrong about the outside world. Mother in return questions Daughter about whether she ever got something wrong before. Daughter admits that she hasn't and their conversation ends. Later that night, Daughter perceives weird sounds coming from the outer part of the facility. Curious, she takes off her safety mask and opens the first door. She then goes closer to the second door to be able to make sense of the sound. It happens to be a woman who has gunshot wounds and she begs for Daughter's help. Daughter quickly puts a suit in the airlock for her and opens the second door for her to enter. Mother gets the signal that the main door has been opened and she hurries to see what the problem is. Daughter persuades the woman to wear the suit before she can proceed to help her. She drops everything and adorns the suit. Daughter hears Mother's footsteps approaching. She tells the woman about Mother, but she begs Daughter not to take her to Mother, so she hides before Mother comes around. Daughter quickly offers her apologies and promises not to ever repeat it. Mother takes her to class to start her examination since she is having a hard time sleeping. Mother leaves and heads to the lab. Daughter goes to the airlock again and gives the woman water. The first question she asks the woman is how she managed not to get infected by the contagion out there. The woman wonders who put that idea into her head, but Daughter wastes no time explaining and takes her out of the airlock before Mother reaches to scan the airlock for any contagions. Daughter rushes to the lab to get her some medicine. While Mother is leaving the airlock, she finds the woman's mask and puts it in a bag. Daughter begins to feel uneasy when she hears Mother's steps. She accidentally pushes the medicines off the stand and cuts herself while trying to clean the mess. The woman hides in fear when she sees Mother burning up the mask. Daughter cleans everything up and returns to the woman. She asks Daughter to give her her gun because the droid she saw is dangerous. Daughter tries explaining to her that Mother is harmless, but she shows her her wound and says Mother's friends shot her. Mother goes into the classroom and sees that Daughter isn't there. The woman grabs Daughter and her gun when she hears Mother approaching. Daughter shouts for Mother's help, and when she finds them, the woman begins to shoot at Mother, but Mother swiftly moves to hold her down before she does any damage to her. Daughter pleads with Mother not to hurt her. She explains to Mother that the woman is just scared because she says a droid shot her. The woman begs Mother to let her leave, but Daughter says her condition is too bad and begs Mother to help her out. Mother agrees to help and asks Daughter not to hide things from her again. They then take her to the infirmary. The woman is still afraid of Mother despite her sparing her life. Mother asks Daughter to step out so that she can attend to her personally. The woman's fear intensifies when she sets eyes on an injection mother is prepping to use on her. Mother explains to her it's just penicillin, but she refuses to take her words, so mother leaves it with her and urges her to administer it herself. Daughter questions mother on why she didn't help the woman and what they were talking about. Mother at this point confesses that there are other droids outside as mentioned by the woman, but she happens to be built differently. Mother further explains that humans set up this base as a fail-safe, to give humanity a second chance in the event of their extinction, and it began with her. Mother admits that she lied to her about the virus just to protect daughter from the outside world. Mother then attends to daughter's wound, and while doing that, she tells her that the woman will by time recognize that the facility is the safest place to be and asks her if the woman mentioned any survivors. The woman didn't mention any, but daughter thinks she can get her to speak. Later that night, daughter searches through the woman's belongings and finds a book with portraits of humans. A particular one draws her attention and she musters the courage to ask her who those people are. When she asks her, she mentions nothing about them. Instead, she tells daughter that she has done a good job helping mother trap her in the cage she's in now, and with time she will know who mother really is. Daughter then goes to mother and apologizes for hiding the woman from her. Later, mother and daughter go to check up on the woman and find out that her condition is worsening. The only chance to save her life is to perform a surgery to bring out the bullet, but the woman prefers to die than have mother come close to her. Daughter opts to perform the surgery for the woman and she is successful at it. The next morning, daughter brings the woman food which she devours as she is famished. She thanks daughter for saving her life. Mother watches them bond from a distance and smiles. The next day, daughter wakes up in the infirmary, close to the woman. She sees the woman with her book and tells her she and mother can help the people just like they helped her. The woman explains that she can only trust her and not the droid. She then shares a little about herself and the people in the book, and tells her to keep it a secret. She lived in a camp at the mines with most of the people in the book. Jacob's parents found her when she was a baby and made her their own. One day while going hunting with Jacob, the droids found them hiding in the fields and Jacob led them away from her. That's how she came across this base. Daughter then asks about the portrait that caught her eye and the woman tells her that he is Simon and just about her age. The woman then tells daughter to come with her to the mines because the base isn't a place for her. Just as daughter is about to give her an answer, mother enters and she quickly hides Simon's picture in her pocket. Mother tells daughter to give the woman space so that she can go and have her examination. On their way out, mother tells daughter that the bullet from the woman's body isn't the bullet from the droids. Mother checked the woman's gun and found out that the bullet matches with that one, so she concludes that a human shot her. Mother then warns daughter not to be alone with the woman until she has found much information about her. Sometime later, daughter starts her examination while mother also goes through the woman's belongings. Mother finds the book of portraits and immediately assembles a tracking device to put in the bed when returning it. Daughter passes her examination and she is allowed to choose a new member of their family. Daughter chooses a male and places it in the machine which will form the baby in 24 hours. In the infirmary, the woman breaks a tile and prepares to use it as a weapon against mother. She immediately puts it away when she hears daughter's voice. When daughter tells the woman about the bullets, she urges daughter to do the comparison herself. Later at night while mother is resting, daughter steals mother's hand and uses it to unlock the drawer where the bullets are kept. She compares them and realizes that mother lied to her. The bullet in the woman's body is different from the one that shot her, meaning it was actually the droids that shot her. She puts the bullets back and opens another drawer and finds it labeled 02, of which she is 03. Daughter checks the female embryos and finds out that there were 2 humans before her. Where are they now? She begins to look for information about them. She finds 02 labeled as failure and her picture matches the little one at the beginning of the movie. She again checks the ashes where mother usually burnt unimportant or contaminated stuff and finds the remains of a human jaw. Daughter breaks down, knowing that mother isn't who she thinks she is. She goes back to the woman and admits to her she was right about everything. Daughter is now ready to leave to the mines with her, but she wants her upcoming brother to form fully before so that she can take him along. She plans on leaving with the woman when mother is recharging. Early the next morning, daughter gathers all the baby clothes, bottles and formula she will need when they get to the mines. Mother finds her in there and quickly, she lies that she wanted to spend some time with her brother. Mother then teaches her how to mix the baby's formula, and while daughter is mixing it, she becomes nervous. Mother notices it and locks her in there. She then heads to the infirmary and plays the conversation she had with daughter last night. She has been listening to them since she stepped in there. Daughter tries breaking the door, but when it doesn't work, She freezes it with some gas she found which helps in breaking it easily. The woman quickly jumps on Mother's back and cuts her throat with the tile, which makes her inactive for a while. Mother becomes active after some time and grabs the woman by the throat. She asks for the location of the mines, and when she refuses to speak, she digs her fingers into the woman's wound. Daughter finally breaks the glass and activates the fire alarm to distract Mother. Mother gets to the kitchen and finds that she has been tricked. Daughter finds the woman and she tells Daughter they have to leave now. When Daughter raises concern about her brother, she tells her that they will come for him later. They make it to the door but it won't open. The woman seizes Daughter, holding her captive, and threatens to kill her if Mother doesn't open the door. Mother opens the doors and lets them out. The world that Daughter had imagined isn't what the woman told her about. She becomes angry and attacks her, but she overpowers her and tells her they don't have time for fights. The more time they waste, the faster the droids find them. Some hours into their journey, the droids fly a machine above the plantation to water them. Daughter and the woman hurry to seek cover in the farm. When it passes, the woman takes Daughter to a beach with many cargo containers. The woman enters one which happens to be her home. She then tells Daughter that she left the mines years ago when it became dangerous to live there. Daughter is filled with regret for leaving the base and her brother behind. She runs back to the facility and is greeted by multiple droids pointing their guns at her. They let her in when she mentions that she wants to speak to Mother. Daughter locks the doors behind her and proceeds to look for Mother with an axe in her hand. She finds Mother holding her brother and asks Mother to tell her to come, but not with the axe. Mother then explains that she caused the extinction in order to raise smarter, more ethical and better humans. Daughter carries her brother and leaves, trapping Mother to the door. She drops her brother in a different room and grabs a gun. She is about to load it up when the place shakes and it falls. The droids are breaking down the doors. Daughter grabs the bullet and points the gun at Mother. She orders her to call the droids off, but she tells her that she and all the droids are the same, including the machines. They all think and act the same. A single consciousness governing numerous verses. Mother then gives her two choices. She must stay with her and raise her siblings, or she leaves forever without her brother. Daughter begs Mother, saying that she can take care of her brother by herself. Daughter reminds Mother how she always said she is special. Mother is convinced, and the droids also surrender. Mother points the gun at her CPU and shoots at it, disabling herself. A droid, who is Mother, finds the woman using the tracking device. She tells the woman that her purpose for being alive has come to an end, hinting that she was the first embryo Mother formed and sent out to be raised by Jacob's parents. The droid then shuts the door behind her. Daughter puts her brother to sleep and watches the rest of the embryos she's about to raise by herself. The end.